Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
And today
We're talking about English.
let's do this. Ever since we started our channel, a lot of you have been asking us why do we speak English.
Being a Mexican and a German.
Some people even get angry, dude.
Yeah.
They're like, this is ridiculous.
You're betraying your race. So we decided to make this video to answer all the questions you have and hopefully we can help you out.
The first question is, why and how did you learn English?
So I learned English because it's mandatory in school. It's as simple as that.
You were not interested at all?
Okay, no. I think I had my first English class in the 4th grade. Nobody had explained me what is English. And I had no idea. I was like, what am I doing?
What's the point?
Yeah, what is this? I didn't even understand that it's another language that other people
Really?
speak. I was so confused.
Slow. You were very slow.
It was a little bit dumb, I guess. In the 5th grade, so when I was 11, I finally understood what it was. But I was never really interested in English. That only changed when we went to the US for the first time.
Were you trying to speak English when you were on vacation?
I was just trying to improve my accent.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to speak like the Americans. But
Because you were trying so hard.
But there it was horrible. It was like, hello everybody, my name is Janik. Like way over the top.
It's not that different, babe. The fact that you cannot listen to
Are
yourself.
you kidding me? The first time that I actually had to speak English was in 2012 when I went to LA.
When we met.
And that's where we met. I remember I was staying in a hostel and there was a guy sitting on a table and I was standing there thinking, how can I say, may I sit there? And I was like way too nice, dude. I was like,
Super
may
formal.
may I sit there?
When I was in LA, I was living in a home for dancers. And I was trying to speak like them. Yeah, it's so dope. You killed that class, bro.
The whole time, dude. When I met her, she was talking like a gangster.
I was literally
like a
gangster.
wannabe. But until this day, we call each other dude.
Yeah, we still call each other dude. Like that stick around.
Yeah. It totally fit to your personality back then. A short Mexican who thinks she's super cool.
Yeah.
It was just funny.
Yeah, I thought I was super cool.
Yeah. Okay, so how did you learn English?
So my mom was obsessed with languages and she wanted my sister and me to learn English from a very young age. So she signed us up for classes on Saturdays on a private language school. There was one level that I failed 4 times. I used to go only on Saturdays and after I failed it for the 3rd time, my mom made me go every single day to English classes after school. Yeah, it was very annoying, but I passed. The good thing about the place where I was going to was that all the teachers were native speakers. And you just paid to go there and talk.
That's what was missing for me.
Your teachers were native speakers? Were they native
No.
speakers?
And they all had British accents.
Cool. I like.
Cool.
Also, my teacher was very handsome. And I remember that
Oh my god.
he was a guy from Chicago. He was so handsome. So I wanted to talk to him the whole time, you know?
That's not really an answer to the question, but I just want to put it here. I know from some students in Germany that have an American accent. The teacher says, no, you have to speak with a British accent.
It's so
And I find
stupid.
that so stupid. It's like,
English is English, regardless of your
yes,
accent.
if you're a teacher and you care about accents, just let them speak their own accent.
Run. Guys, we're very, very old. When we were starting to learn English, we didn't have a smartphone in our pockets
That's true. You can use it
to learn English.
with specific apps. And this brings us to our sponsor of this video.
Bubble!
So Babbel, for the ones who don't know what it is a language app where you can learn a lot of different languages.
And one of our favorite things about it is that each lesson lasts only 15 minutes.
So you can do it anywhere, guys.
We know some of you are watching us sitting on the toilet.
So instead of watching us, well, no, still keep watching
Yeah,
us, but
stay
instead
here.
of watching other YouTubers, practice your English.
Yeah, if you feel like this is gonna last 15 minutes.
And what's also cool about it is that you can download the lesson. So even when you don't have signal or you don't want to use your mobile data, you can just download them at home with a Wi-Fi and then do them outside. You do a lesson or you make a lesson?
Take a lesson.
Take a lesson?
The lessons are designed by language experts and they include not only vocabulary but also grammar, listening and even speaking. So you can also improve your pronunciation with them.
And that's actually my favorite part.
¿Tienes novio?
¿Tienes novio?
You're so dumb! You're so dumb!
Yeah, so you learn very necessary things that you can use in your daily life.
¿Estás casado?
¿Estás casada?
She said casado.
I know.
Sadly, Janik cannot use that anymore because he's taken
Yeah, sadly I learned it for nothing.
a toy.
So if you're interested, check the link in the description down below. The first lesson of every course is for free.
And if you like it, Babbel gave us a very good deal for our subscribers. So you can pay for the first 3 months ahead of time, and they will give you 3 months for free. So thank you again, Babbel, for sponsoring this video.
And now let's go back to our questions.
How long did it take you to speak fluently?
I still don't speak fluently.
Yes, you do.
No, if it comes to conversations, I'm fluent. If it comes to a professional topic, I'm not that fluent.
You're a liar. You were working in LA with people that spoke only English.
But if it comes to politics, for example.
Babe, that's not your job. You're not gonna go into politics.
Okay, whatever. But I think the time when I became pretty fluent was when we got together.
Oh.
And I had to speak English pretty much 24/7. Without her, I would be nothing.
Yeah, sure. No, Janik has always spoken super good English. How long did it take me to speak English, like fluently? A long time. From 3 till 12. It was just a matter of letting go of all the fear, you know? How has English helped us in our lives?
So first of all, English brought us together. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't have met. Then, of course, in general, when I was in LA, I was able to talk to people, obviously. So we have traveling, we have love, and we have my internship in LA that I got probably also because I was already speaking English.
Yeah, for me it's the same. English brought me to the love of my life.
Oh.
Dancing. No, you. And on top of that, when you think about professional stuff, I wouldn't have been able to go to Germany to do my master's if I wouldn't have spoken English. And I wouldn't have gone to the UN to do my internship there because they needed somebody that spoke English and Spanish. So if you can improve your chances of getting a good job and good pay or meeting the love of your life or whatever it is, then just why not?
Just do it. Why do we speak English with each other? And do we even speak English with each other all the time?
The Mexicans are always like, just make your channel a Spanish speaking channel.
Yeah.
And then the Germans are always like, we wanna hear you speaking German in every video.
Yeah.
And we're just like, we're not gonna do what you tell us to do. This is our channel. You're not my mom.
Oh my god. No, the thing
Sorry,
is...
we love you. Thank you for being here.
First of all, let's look at why we speak English to each other. I guess the reason is because that's how we met. In LA, we both spoke English.
So it's natural.
Yeah, it's natural and we just kept going. In English, I'm way better than in Spanish and you're way better in English than in German.
Yeah. When we started our channel, we really wanted our dynamic to be as real as possible, on camera just as it is off camera. And our dynamic is in English, so we wanted to portray ourselves in English too, because that's how
we are.
Also, we love the fact that this allows us to reach everybody.
Especially when you started telling us that you are learning English with our videos, we were like, nice. It's actually helping people.
Yes. What is the best way to have a good accent when speaking English?
First of all, the accent doesn't matter. Accents are beautiful. Native speakers like to hear other accents.
People should be able to understand you. That's it.
Yeah.
Listen to people, just like Janik said, and repeat.
So if you have an accent from your own country, for example, a German accent or a Mexican accent, it's fine. If you want to speak more like a British person or an American person, it's fine too. It's like your choice, okay? So if you have friends from your own country that tell you, oh my god, you totally sound like a Mexican, then just say, duh, I was born here, so obvious.
Oh, Colombians. Have you ever heard Colombians speaking English?
No.
It's the most amazing accent ever. I'm always like, taking me to Colombia. Was it embarrassing to speak English at the beginning?
I wouldn't really say that I was embarrassed, but I was scared of making mistakes.
I feel like I didn't have that being embarrassed of speaking because I was always in a classroom with people that were also struggling, so I was not the only one. What tips would we give to someone that is learning English?
So my tip number 1 would be watch movies in English. That's when you can hear native speakers talking. And at the same time, it's entertaining.
And try to watch them with English subtitles at the beginning, because then I don't think you learn much.
And also in between, just repeat what they're saying.
Yeah, some people think it's stupid, but I was doing the same thing. My tip that is similar to Janik's is to watch YouTube videos in English from English speakers. That's what I did to start, and that's when I actually felt like I'm making progress because I could understand them later. In our videos, we have also English and Spanish subtitles, and we can see that most of you, well, not most of you, but a lot of you, are using the Spanish subtitles. Use the English ones. That's gonna help you more than just using the Spanish ones. What I used to do was that I would play a song and then play a lyric video. And then I used to sing them myself.
Can you give us an example?
Whenever we men do it together. And that's it.
And you took the singer that's not even a native English
Yeah,
speaker.
I know.
Great.
Do you believe
Live in love after love. Yes,
So,
do we have?
music makes the people come together. Yeah. Okay.
Stop with the examples, it's enough. Nobody wants to hear that anymore. Okay, so we have movies, music, and YouTube videos.
I told you before that something that helped me a lot was having this conversation course.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that anymore. We have social media, guys. Just go into a Facebook group of Americans in Mexico or whatever it may be from your city and just write there. I can help you with your Spanish if you help me with my English. Like, go to Starbucks, go somewhere safe. Okay, be careful.
That's what she did in Germany. One time she met with a girl that she met on Facebook.
On Facebook.
In Munich, and then they spoke German and Spanish, right?
Yes.
Now, as long as you're not able to travel, of course you can also use apps, language apps like Bubble. Lastly, of course, if you have the chance to travel, do it.
Don't be scared.
And don't be scared to talk to the people.
The only one that cares about your accent or whatever it is that's pushing you back and limiting you is yourself.
Like it's gotta be in the video.
No, don't put it. We are in Mexico right now. We're in my beautiful room. We have met with friends. They speak English, but they don't want to speak English because they're afraid. And then when they speak English, it really doesn't sound bad.
No, not at all. Not
but
at
they
all.
are like, oh, I'm so bad. And I'm like, I don't hear it.
It's the opposite. You have to think you're cool because you're trying to speak another language. Not everybody does it.
No.
So guys, just do it. Nike.
Yeah, stop doubting yourself, man. It makes me want to go through that screen and like grab you and just do, speak English to me, you dummy.
Dumbass. You got sassy, bro.
I got sassy.
Sassy, bro.
I got sassy, bro. So guys, these are all the questions we have for you today.
We hope it was helpful. If it was, give us a thumbs up.
Subscribe to our channel if you're not already. I will see you next week.
Adios, muchachos.
Cheers.